The legend of Bruce Lee and Jet Li has been ingrained in martial arts history, with both icons contributing to the art form in ways that have never been surpassed. The thought of them facing off in a battle between the fierce fighter from Game of Death and the masterful warrior from Fist of Legend sends shivers down the spine of any martial arts enthusiast. But what would happen if these two champions clashed in an epic showdown? Who would emerge victorious? In this video we will dive into their respective strengths and weaknesses and imagine what might unfold in a battle for the ages. Bruce Lee, the undisputed king of martial arts, brought a revolutionary style of fighting to the world. In Game of Death, Lee's character faces a series of martial artists, each with different fighting styles that challenge his limits. With a blend of speed, agility, and devastating power, Lee's movements were smooth, calculated, and merciless. What made Bruce Lee so unstoppable was his combination of techniques, Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, and his understanding of pressure points and human anatomy. His ability to adapt in any situation, read his opponent's moves, and his sheer physical strength made him a formidable force. However, Lee's weaknesses were subtle. His arrogance was sometimes his downfall. His speed and agility were unmatched, but in rare instances he could be overconfident and underestimate the power of his opponents. Additionally, his style, while effective, was incredibly demanding on the body. It's easy to assume that Bruce Lee in his prime could defeat anyone, but every fighter, no matter how strong, has their limits. On the other hand, Jet Li, in his portrayal of Chen Zhen in Fist of Legend, is the embodiment of traditional martial arts blended with modern sensibilities. He's not only skilled in Chinese martial arts but also in adapting his strategy to any opponent. Jet Li's performance in Fist of Legend is a masterpiece, showcasing his technique, precision, and the focus of a warrior who has honed his craft for years. His stamina and speed, much like Bruce Lee's, are unparalleled, but his fighting style is more grounded in the traditional techniques of Kung Fu. In terms of raw skill and agility, Lee's footwork and use of distance give him an edge in keeping his opponents at bay. However, Jet Li also has his weaknesses. While his Kung Fu is impeccable, his reliance on traditional techniques may leave him vulnerable to opponents who can break through with unpredictable tactics or speed. Moreover, despite his superior endurance, Lee's character in Fist of Legend often shows a deeper emotional investment in his fights, which can cloud his judgment, making him vulnerable in high-pressure situations. Now picture the scene, a darkened dojo illuminated only by the dim light above. Bruce Lee stands poised, his body a coiled spring of energy, waiting for his opponent to make a move. Across from him, Jet Li's expression is calm, his body low and ready for the first strike. The two begin circling each other, their eyes locked in a silent understanding of the battle that is about to unfold. The fight is an intricate dance of power, speed, and strategy. Lee moves like lightning, his fists flying in rapid succession. Jet Li counters with precision, his strikes calculated but filled with grace. The sound of their fists and feet colliding fills the air, each blow echoing the ferocity of the fight. But Bruce Lee's adaptability proves to be the deciding factor. As Jet Li relies heavily on his traditional moves and footwork, Lee takes advantage of every opening, exploiting weaknesses in his defense. His Jeet Kune Do philosophy, absorb what is useful, discard what is not, allows him to blend techniques and unpredictability in ways Lee struggles to adapt to. Lee's unmatched speed and his ability to anticipate every move make him nearly impossible to hit. Eventually, Jet Li begins to slow down, his traditional methods becoming less effective as the pace of the fight accelerates. Bruce Lee, with his incredible precision and relentless pressure, finds the perfect opening and delivers a strike that forces Jet Li into a defensive position he cannot recover from. The fight ends with Lee's trademark efficiency, a victory earned not just through raw strength, but through superior technique and mental discipline. While both fighters brought unparalleled skill to the table, it was Bruce Lee's versatility and relentless determination that ultimately gave him the edge. His ability to seamlessly switch tactics and his superior speed and strength proved too much for Jet Li's more traditional, methodical approach. It was a fight that showcased not just physical might, but the art of strategy, and in this showdown, Bruce Lee emerged victorious.